Well, when I was playing through Contra, I was very much saying that the main trick of the legendary turbo tunnel of the more notoriously difficult games on the N.E.S, Battletoads, is all about pattern recognition. And I intend to prove that. It's been quite a number of years since I've last played this game, but I think I can still do it. But before jumping into it, I figured I would have a little fun recounting my personal history with the series. And yeah, a lot of people may or may not even know that Battletoads was a series of games, with the N.E.S version being the most famous, of course. So how I came to know the game was during a stint of junior high and high school, where I wanted to see what the most difficult game was. And I was just on a hunt. A lot of people said that Battletoads was very difficult, and I'm like, challenge accepted. Didn't necessarily do a long play or a 100% playthrough, but I have beaten the game several times. And I've recorded at least 2 of those attempts on this channel, if any of you are interested. The first one I remember was on VHS. So, the origins of the series actually goes back to a Game Boy title that, unfortunately, I do not have, that was just simply named Battletoads. There would eventually be a port to the Game Boy of this game called Battletoads in Ragnarok's World. In Ragnar's World. At least I believe that's what it is. I was about to say Ragnarok, but that's Norse mythology, I believe. This is the Game Boy version right here. Ragnarok's World. Okay, I was right. And then after that, you got a bit of a sequel. Well, really more of a crossover. Battletoads and Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team. Now this was released on just about every console available at the time. There was a Game Boy version, there's the NES version, there's the Super Nintendo version, and there is also a Sega Genesis version. One of these days I would love to get my hands on that, but for my money, the NES version I find just insanely mind-blowing. You can tell this was released toward the end of the lifespan of the console, and it's gorgeous. It is a beautiful game. And then after that, there was a sequel exclusively released for the Super Nintendo called Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. I would say this is a remaster of the original game, as it kind of borrows similar aspects of it, as well as just adds in a few little things here and there to make it just a little bit different. And then just for fun, I'd show you my most recent acquisition of Battletoads memorabilia. And by recent, probably about like 8 years ago. Nintendo power issues. You know, I just wanted to kind of look through this at one point, as I do remember, well, I mean, I'll look through it now, is what I'm trying to say, is I do remember that there was a canceled level that is on the back of the box, and I was very curious to see if they catalogued it or whatnot. So let's see, there was a Battletoads comic. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how they really pulled out the red carpet on this. Oh! See? It's all about pattern recognition. Just follow the pattern and you can beat what is one of the most infamously difficult levels in gaming. It's quite an interesting little piece of history here. I certainly hope that this magazine has been preserved. If it hasn't, let me know. I will dump it. And so it's one of the things I've prided myself on, is the idea that if I would ever get some sort of rare piece of media that there was only like a handful of good condition ones, I'd want to be the person to share it with the world. Either that or sell it for like $10,000 and then dump the ROM. That was the level that was changed at the last minute, but yeah, this looks like it's just an entire walkthrough of the game. Also adding in a bit of a fun comic between the pages and whatnot, kind of explaining the story of the story. It's just insane to see this entire level contained in one picture. Because it's really zoomed in if you ever know about this level, and you only just kind of see bits and pieces of it. And it's all about pattern recognition again, because you go the wrong direction, you die. Huh. Now this is interesting. What's next for the Battletoads? Was it really that popular that they were really planning on trying to put out a sequel for it already? And that looks like it's just other articles and whatnot. And then I also have the magazine for the sequel. Well, crossover, I guess. Now, very curious, does this talk about the... which version? The N.E.S. version? The Game Boy version? What exactly? That's interesting. Okay, so, there is an advertisement in this one about Battletoads and Battlemaniacs. And it appears to give you like a little bit of a walkthrough, yeah. Once again, it's just crazy to just kind of see the picture of the whole level as it's all just zoomed in when you're playing it. And of course, they have to have their own version of the Turbo Tunnel. So I guess going off of this magazine, it looks like Battletoads and Battlemaniacs must have come out first. There it is. Battletoads and Double Dragon. And it appears to be showing the NES version. Unless maybe it just kind of breaks down all of them. No, this definitely looks like it's just the NES version. I didn't know about that. Apparently Star Fox had a comic strip. Probably better just call it there. Okay, so let's actually see about beating this turbo tunnel. Let's see the magic. Yeah! First try. Battletoads. I think, is the picture a little dirty? It is. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit, actually. What does it hate vowels except for O? I think that ought to do it. Find out when it gets to the planet again. There we go, nice and clean. Toads are all in the right place. But before pressing start, we should probably go a little bit into the story, shall we? Starring Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. Story so far. One day Pimple and Princess Angelina were out cruising, man. I feel like I could do a better Skater Dude impression than that. And suddenly... whoa, rattle. Pimple and the princess were captured by the Dark Queen and taken to a nearby planet. Meanwhile, back on the spaceship Vulture, Battletoads base. Hey Toads, Dark Queen kidnapped Pimple and Angelina. She's holding them in Gargantua. Go and get them, Toads. Yeah, let's get it back. I got a craving for action. Take us to the Rumble, Coach. See if I can do a Dark Queen impression. Not so fast, Battle Jerks. Before you even reach me, you'll need to beat Robomanus and Big Black. Still, fancy our chances. Come to me now if you dare. I feel like they came out less feminine, more old manish. So I find it kind of funny to think. So ordinarily, whenever I do these videos, I usually am filming a black and white monitor, and what I'm watching at is in color. This time it's reversed. Because there is no way you can beat this game unless it's on a CRT TV. It requires such pinpoint accuracy that even that 2 or 3 millisecond delay of an LCD one isn't going to do it. Work your way along the surface, Toads, and hurry. Pimple and Angelita are deep in trouble. Alright, so if you do this just right, you can actually beat this level pretty quickly. It's been quite a few years since I last done this, so let's find out. Nope. Yes! Yeah! You're gonna have to get faster if you want to make it, Pond Patrol. Better step on it, Toads. The Rat Pack's hot your heels. Ooh, are we talking about Frank Sinatra? Boom! Bring on the boot. Let's see. Where's that scurvy dog? Oh, they said Rat Pack. I don't know why. I always thought they were dogs. Let's see. The flies are here? No. Gotta watch out for the Space Invaders. You're literally stealing my health bar. That's not nice. Yeah. I always love it when I can bring on the boot. Boom! It's just oh so satisfying. Give me the flies! Let's see, there's one over here. I still remember one reviewer talking about this level. He affectionately referred to it as Rush Limbaugh's colon. Which, there is something disgustingly organic looking about this. Okay, here we go. It's been quite a few years, so let's see if I can remember how to do this right. I think it's coming back to me, actually. There's a wall now, right? No. This is the wall. Down twice. There's the wall. Jump! Down. 3 walls. And then you'd go a little quicker this time. Ramp. Wall. Ramp. 2 walls. And the ramp again. Yeah, that's coming back to me. I was going to stay in the middle to get those ramps. And from what I remember, if you try to wiggle around while you're in the air like that, you won't make it. Watch out for the wall. There we go. I think you'll just fall off the edge for some reason. Now, if you're really clever, you can actually jump over the walls. Jump to the ramp. Yeah. Wow. I guess it really is just muscle memory. Goes down twice, so you can jump over the wall. Like I said, pattern recognition. For the middle, jump up the ramp. Very good. That one's in the middle, they like to throw you off there. 1, 2, 3. Jump, jump. Off to the side. 1, 2, jump. Ah, yes. Gotta get past the ketchup bottles or whatnot. Blue mustard, I remember calling it. Really gotta get the timing of these jumps, otherwise you won't make it. Okay. Speed it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go! Okay. That's not where the warp is. Maybe it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one. Yeah! When I say there's gonna be a wipeout down there, you better best bet on it, Battletoads. You're doing great, Toads. The Dark Queen's foaming at the mouth when you ride through this little number. Now I know what you're saying. That was probably a little cheap, but, well, I'll, see about trying to do the real thing later. But for now, I want to play this level. Ah. Darn. Now, the logs are a little different. That's always the trick, is if you hit the little mark there, go down again. Yes. Yeah, it's coming back to me. I always loved the music in this level. See if I can get that one up. Yeah! Whirlpool. It's basically like the walls. You just have to go up and down and up and down. I just certainly hope I have the music up loud enough. I could barely hear where I am. Space Invaders! Missed it. Yeah, whatever. I think there's some flies up ahead. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Give us a points. And unlike Battletoads and Double Dragon, the numbers don't they don't stop at 9,000. Well, basically all nines. You can actually what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, it rolls over, so you can just keep constantly getting points again. Now, see if I can remember how to do this. There we go. You can also do it with the stick, but I think this is a little easier. Ow. I knew that was going to happen at least once. Nope! I don't want to lose a life to this guy. Ah, I lost a life to him. Well, at least I didn't get pancaked. Nope! It's all about trying to get the rhythm. Ah, pancaked. No, pancake! I will defeat you. You will serve me in the land of the dead. Yeah. No lives left. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And if nothing else, I have at least showed you how some of this section works. Gets a little faster. You really just gotta concentrate. That's the main thing. Oh. One up. There we go. I always like to go to the bottom. I find it's a little easier to dodge them that way. Whee! And then there's like 3 you gotta dodge. It's really just luck because these little mine thingies show up in different sections every time. Is it true that Toad's greatest enemy is snakes? Well, we'll soon find out. Time to grab a piece of tail, Toads, and hang tight. Alright, now this is another one of those levels where I've never beaten it all the way. I only just know how to be able to get to the warp so I can jump to the next one. Truth be told, I've never beaten this game 100%. Oh well. For the most people, just getting past that turbo tunnel is an achievement in itself. But much like everything else in this game, it's all about memorization. Let me see if I can remember this. So you just kind of... And then you walk over here. Yeah! The higher you climb, swamp scum, the further you'll fall. Sensors indicate you've access to duck and gargantua. Be careful, Toads. Interior intruder excluder. I like that. That pause music. been quite a few years since I last played this game. I'm surprised how much I remember of it. And I like that they have little sound effects to kind of give you an idea of the timing of it. Let's see, this is where the snot balls come in. No, my stick! Yeah, I'm not going for that one up. It can be done, but I'm not feeling it. No! Start me all the way down here then. There we go. Now I got a stick. Yeah, pretty close to getting another one up. It's all about getting the timing. Come to the edge. There we go. Stick is a powerful weapon. Let's see if I can defeat Robo-Manus. Probably not. I've only got one life. I remember getting a lot more lives by this point. Okay, gotta watch out for that poison gas. Nope! My stick. Oh, just missed it. I thought you just slam dunked him. Just give him the mighty fist. Fist of the beast cake. There we go. Gotta be careful. Okay, so it's gas. That's what it is. Gotta get the timing of the fan and the gas. Tell when it's an intense game because it's hard to grip the controller because your hands are sweating like crazy. Well, I'm definitely losing. I would have lost my stick if I had one. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alright. Well, I'm going to show you me defeating the Turbo Tunnel for real. I'm just going to say, can you just jump right to the start screen? Okay. And if I'm unable to beat the Psycho Pigs fast enough, well, I guess I'll just show you what level 2 looks like. Yeah, I guess I'll just show you what level 2 looks like. Oh well. It's kind of the problem is, since there aren't that many buttons to run, you gotta double tap the direction you want to go in. No, you never want to go in between. Although if you do it right, you can actually get them to attack each other. Boom! Yeah. Get away. Take it away, take it away, take it away. I was hoping to give him the boot. Give me the fly. Fly. Aw. Okay, let me see if I can do this right. So if you just hit this guy with a stick, you can actually ride him. Gotta get a little closer, I guess. Yeah! Yeah, now how many people knew about this? Still alive? No! Remember, one of them comes out of one of those jewels in the ground. There we go. Forsooth, why did you put me in the cold, cold ground? Kind of a pity you can't get the flies when you got the dragon, but whatever. Watch out for the gun. Ball. Throw! Boom! And, yeah. You can definitely say that Turtles in Time definitely ripped this part off. Which is kind of hilarious, as Battletoads is often seen as a rip-off of the Ninja Turtles. Then again, who do you think was the bigger rip-off? The Battletoads or Street Sharks? It's a vertical drop for about a mile. Thinking about moving down. Yeah, I wasn't able to read that quick enough. I'm a rather slow reader. I find it crazy they call this the Wookiee hole. Now, if you get the timing of it right, you can actually rack up a ton of one-ups in this level, but I've never been very good at juggling the crows. The big feet. There we go. Boom! Give me the flies! Fly! No! Yeah, you want to definitely take out those, because if you're not quick enough, they will cut your rope. And that's an instant life loss. On top of that, they leave you this nice little stick. Which, I was able to get some more points there, so that's good. I came in like a wrecking ball. I don't know the actual lyrics. I just know, let's see, Ron Jeremy, I guess, did a cover of it. And there was a very famous scene of, there was this one show starring Betty White called Off Their Rockers. And you briefly saw Betty White doing the wrecking ball. It was very tastefully done. And yeah, that's probably the thing I always found crazy about Betty White is she seems like America's grandmother, but no, she can be just as filthy as the rest of them. See, I just can't get the timing of it right. Especially when that happens. Wrecking ball! I feel like I'm doing that way too falsetto-y. Then again, Miley Cyrus has a much higher voice than I do. Huh. I've never seen that animation before. Of course, usually I have the stick at that point, so, yeah. Yeah. Give me the flies! Don't fly away! Now this one actually takes a few wrecking balls, if I remember correctly. Unlike the blue ones, which, there we go. Oh. Well, I guess I, beat it up a few times. Yeah! Maybe that was the trick. is I played this level first. You're able to get quite a few 1-ups here if you do it right. Oh yeah, you just gotta get the timing of it right. And I swear, I don't know if it's just the shadow or whatnot, but it almost looks like whatever Toad you're playing as is carrying an M16 in one hand. M6 Uzi. Well, it takes a booby to beat a booby, if you say so. It's a need for speed. I keep up too much with the commentary to be able to read what's happening. Boom! Give me the boot. At least I got my health. Which I guess a lot of people can say that these days. Maybe. No, get away from me! Bound him. Boom! Boom! Yeah, that works too. I don't know, I think the boot is just far more satisfying. Somewhere in the middle, okay. You always gotta be careful because the boot will kinda send you back a little bit. So if you don't do it right, you'll kick yourself off the landing. Boom! Alright, here we go. For real this time. I only did it about, what was it, like, probably 90% completion, I would wager. Yeah, you gotta double up this time. It's kind of hard to give commentary for this, as it's really about memorization and concentration. Ramp, jump, ramp, double jump, ramp. And as soon as you land, yeah, I can do this pretty consistently, it seems like. 1, 2, 3. Floating ramp. Yeah, the game design in this was very sadistic. In fact, the story goes that there was one playtester that memorized this game so much that he could practically do it blindfolded. And, well, the game is just insanely difficult for that because he's just like, I don't know, I found it kind of easy. Little did they know that the guy basically knew this game inside and out, even on a, I would say, molecular level, but it's, I'd say code-wise, on a code level. Like, he knew exactly where all the 1s and 0s went, what language it was in, and where the patches were. It seems like the way you time it with the jumps is meant to go right away. Here we go. Once you get the rhythm, it's not too bad. Jump, 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 and that's it. See? Pattern recognition. So, the rat rockets didn't get you, huh? Well, the ice spikes definitely will. You're gonna be slipping, sliding away, Toads, if you don't watch your step. The Arctic Caves. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Nothing else. Show you more of the game and whatnot. This is not a level I know very well. Usually just use the warps to get past. But, well, I have proven that I can beat the turbo tunnel without... I somehow figured they threw in another pattern there. Snowmen! Now there's snowballs. It's kind of snowballing out of control, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I kind of know this level. Bound him. I'm gonna pound Frosty. Don't judge me. I will admit, while this game is difficult, it does have some very interesting level design. And then you throw snowballs. Yeah! Now I remember this one. Yeah, that's what it was. And slide slowly, just in case. There we go. I think that's where it's supposed to be. Here we go. Wait for the... There we go. And the platform's a little slippery. There we go. Okay, so just 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound design. Helps out a lot. Oh! Had the bat in there. Jump. Nope! Jump. Then we throw the wall. Oh! That's what I knew that was going to happen. Well, at least I got the 1-up. If you're quick enough, I think you can actually outrun the block. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's... I thought there were snowballs. There's the snowball. No. Just some more pokey shells, it looks like. Or, I think that's what they call it in Super Mario Bros. Pokies? Oh, yes. No! I will defeat you. You will serve me in the land of the dead. Well, at least they put a 1-up there. There's one other section of the game where they do that. Where if you could just keep getting to that 1-up section, you could just keep going. And hey, you get a few points here and there along the way. Okay, where's the spiky shell? There we go. Well, I don't need the flies now. No! I somehow knew there was something tricky about this. Just gotta get the timing of the jump just right. Or rather, just wait for the snowball. Doesn't really give you much time, does it? I would say this is embarrassing, but I definitely don't know this level. I could have had it there. Oh well. If nothing else, that is Battletoads. May not be the best, but I would like to see you try better. Care to try your luck again? Because it's only luck that got you this far, Swamp Breath. I resent that. Very hot dominatrix queen. Until next time, keep having fun.